Welcome to Wrestling Union. Now, before I get to the actual review, I do have something to get off my chest, and if I don't say it, I'll just feel bad. I didn't buy WWE 2K14. I didn't want to, but I'll tell you why in a minute. But I did get a chance to play the game. My friend rented the game, we went to his house, we played it for days, and he just kept renting the game, and we just kept playing it, and I pretty much went over everything. So, I have enough opinions to get out there and make this review, and hopefully you enjoy. So let's get to it, and please press that like button at the end if you enjoy. A trailer for any video game is supposed to get you hyped for the game. That's a taste of the game. It's supposed to make you want to buy the game. But the reason I did not want to buy this game was because of the trailer. I thought it was WWE 13, and I was like, why are they showing that game? Where is WWE 2K14? And then I soon realized it was WWE 2K14. Now, it didn't change much graphics wise, but I did like aspects of the trailer, like the catapult finishers and the ability to put two people on your shoulders for moves such as the AA and chokeslam. So that did interest me. Now, I do not mean to be very hateful, and I hate to nitpick about this game, but I wasn't impressed with the cover either. Now, I miss the days when we had more than one person on the cover, but luckily you could actually switch the cover and have Daniel Bryan on it. Now, I'm not his biggest fan, but it is better to have a relevant superstar on it. The Rock is awesome. I have no hate towards him. He just wasn't right for this. I mean, WWE 2K14 is the latest wrestling game, but where's Rock? He's not in WWE right now, so why have him on the cover? The graphics. Yeah, I thought it did resemble WWE 13 when I saw it for the first time. But you know, as I played the game, that aspect did not bother me so much. I actually didn't care how it looked as I kept playing the game. I guess that's my inner kid feeling that, because when I was a kid, I didn't care what a game looked like. I just had lots of fun playing it. But obviously the gameplay in 2K14 does have its flaws. Well, like any wrestling game. Now, I will admit I didn't want to buy this game because of its graphics. And that was a wrong mindset to have, because when I actually played it, I did enjoy it. I have never done this before. I usually buy the game first, then I'll have an opinion on it. So that was a wrong thing to do, and you may be asking, why didn't you just buy the game considering you enjoyed it? Well, as I grew older, I became less interested in the more recent WWE games, and this actually started with WWE 12. Topic here and say, I feel positive about WWE 2K15, and it has me very interested, but we'll see how that goes. Now, let's get into this game, 2K14. The gameplay changed just slightly. Walking, running and dragging your opponent felt more seamless, and a starting up animation was included too. Apparently this prevented people from spamming the running attacks, at least from what I heard. Characters had new motions like adjusting wristbands, so this just adds small details of realism during the gameplay. And you know, us wrestling fans notice everything. We do point every small feature out. At least I do. Strike attacks are faster, so it is difficult to reverse, but really, I wish they didn't actually make the strike attack so fast. Not because it's difficult to reverse, but because it looks unrealistic and it bugs the hell out of me. Now when you do reverse, it now results in an offensive attack, so the match can keep going without slowing down, and your opponent will get straight back up, so you can continue action. Obviously, if you're too injured, you won't always get back up, but I'm just saying. This just means that a lot of reversals will happen in the match, so the match turns out to be a quick time event throughout the whole match. Return with new ones added, so yeah, that's pretty cool. A new feature called catapult finishers were put into the gameplay. Now we saw this in the trailer, so yeah, I thought it was pretty cool when I first seen it. And basically you just Irish whip your opponent to the rope, then when your opponent returns, you literally catapult them in the air, catch them and do the finisher that you have. I don't take it seriously, it's just a fun, silly aspect of the gameplay, and I do like it. People like Ryback, John Cena and King can now execute their finisher on two people by Irish whipping to the corner, you press Y or triangle, and I like it. It's actually pretty cool to execute a finisher on two people. Plus we have seen that in real life, so, you know. Gone is a dreadful one count from WWE 13, and pinfalls are now unpredictable once again, so that is now fixed in the game. I was really happy that they put in a jukebox on the main menu. Thank God, I could finally listen to the music that I want, because listening to the same theme songs over and over again can drive me insane. So I'm happy to put it in. Now I just feel that this could have been in years ago and not just recently, but it's fine. It's fine. Now, as far as match types go, I did see that Gold Rush tournament that they put in, so that was pretty cool. I think that was a real tournament. I could be wrong, but tell me in the comments if I'm right or wrong. I guess Defend the Streak counts as a new match type as well. But you know, I wasn't really expecting a lot in the match types, so I didn't feel that disappointed. They have enough to keep you busy until the inevitable WWE 2K15. A feature that I think should have been in for years, it's Superstar Heads. You edit the superstar's body, not head, just body, and freely make an altered real-life wrestler. Now, you can't actually edit everybody, only the superstars given, but it is actually better than nothing, and it is a whole lot of fun. WWE 2K14 had the Streak mode. This is difficult. Hell, difficult is an understatement. The Undertaker is a frickin' machine, and even the most experienced players, like myself, will have the most trouble with this. Now, if you're a newcomer to 2K14, stay away from the Streak mode, you son of a bitch! No, seriously though, you have no chance in hell of defeating The Undertaker. But don't worry, it took me 7 tries to finally get the win by, well, playing Triple H. He was the one who defeated The Undertaker. Now, when I heard about this mode during the final touches of the game, I said I'll totally defeat him my first try. I guess I took Taker lightly. I did take him lightly. Now, when I first played it, I did chose Dean Ambrose, I think. And no offense to him, but he got destroyed. And then I got Seth Rollins for some reason. Destroyed. And then Roman Reigns. I don't know why I went with the Shield, because, well, they all got destroyed. Nope, couldn't defeat him. My point is, people, it's one of the best boss fights I've had in the game. It's a competitive match, but don't get too mad. Just have fun with it. I'm a hypocrite. I got really mad. Yeah. I didn't have fun with it. I got really angry, actually. Angry. Now, I did get really mad with Defeat the Streak. But Defend the Streak, you actually play as Taker and beat as many wrestlers as you can. And the more you play, the more you can improve your score. Obviously, this is not how the Streak match works at WrestleMania. But I actually had fun with this. I don't know if it's popular among fans, but I gave it a chance. And you may find some interest in this match, but I found it fun. My score, it was about 30-something, and I lost. I don't know if that's embarrassing or not, but at least I can admit that I told you my score. Create a wrestler. The only new thing with this feature is you can actually create up to 100 superstars, but other than that, I didn't see any difference in the actual mode. You can still create an entrance, finisher, moveset, and more, but Creative Championship improved, since WWE 13 Creative Championship was a joke. 30 years of WrestleMania. If you remember the Attitude Era mode from last year, then 30 years of WrestleMania will probably feel similar. At least to me it did. From the inaugural WrestleMania to the modern WrestleMania, you relive matches that happened in reality. You must complete the objectives in a match in order to finish it, and you must play the match like it was at that particular WrestleMania. Wrestlers such as Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Steve Austin, and The Rock are included too. But you will see similar cutscenes from WWE 13, which makes sense because this mode starts from the Golden Era to the New Generation Era, then the Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression Era, and then to the current era, the Universe Era. Or you can call it the PG Era because, you know, that makes you sound cool. When you play the older matches, there is a filter that makes it look old, so it resembles an old WWE broadcast. So I really appreciate that small detail. I thought 30 Years of WrestleMania was enjoyable, but to be honest, I wouldn't play it twice. It's a good mode, but when I finished, I didn't bother replaying the matches I did enjoy. It was sort of like Road to WrestleMania. I enjoyed aspects, but to play it again, no, not for me. My final thoughts on this game? Well, it's most certainly not the worst wrestling game ever. It is enjoyable, and I did have great moments playing it. Now that PS4 and Xbox One are available, it's time for a change. I want to see a difference in graphics, gameplay, create modes, story modes, new match types, and more. I know I sound a little greedy when I say that. I know, it is greedy. But you want it too, right? Right. I will indeed be buying a PS4 because I have seen some awesome games out there that I really want to play. But hopefully, WWE 2K15 gets me really excited like past years. Like I said, ever since WWE 12, my interest in these games are not like it used to be. Now, this game, WWE 2K14, gets an 8.5. I'm sorry if it's too high or too low of a score, but it's what I think. Well, It's all I really got to say about this game. But I'll see you next week for another wrestling game review. Goodbye. I'll see you next time. So please, take care.